Welcome, one and all, to this.
Wait, is my... Yeah, okay, it's recording my audio, just making sure.
Alright.
Okay, I don't have to record my screen. I don't have to... Well, I don't have to record my PC screen, I mean.
Yeah.
With this... Oh, wait, hold on, let me open up Task Manager in case something's wrong. Like, on there. You can start us off. Holy shit, the CPU.
What's wrong with the CPU?
It's just at 100%. But yeah, this thing always goes to 100% when I use game capture, though. So.
Okay, well that's only natural. Anyway, welcome, one and all, to a segment that we might be calling Island Discourse. We might not be, but
I don't think it really matters.
Well,
it's us playing Animal Crossing while we discuss things.
We're not even playing Animal Crossing. We're sitting in chairs, you idiot. Anyway, so this is basically just... yeah, there we go. Now we're in the Animal Crossing move. Let me throw one out there, too. Oh, fuck it. Anyway. Yeah, so this is basically just...
Yeah, I know. This is... What?
We're just trying to do, like... We were trying to find some...
Shit!
Everything has gone awry.
I dropped my controller. I fixed it, don't worry.
He's Dr. Cap, and I am Nurse Iris. It is currently 12:37 a.m., April 19th, 2020, when we're recording this, as you can probably see in the corner.
Yeah, so funny! Ha 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 ha!
Go sleep, you piece of shit. We've been really busy recently, so we've been looking for some smaller stuff to do in the meantime while we're waiting for...
It's actually been pretty slow since the whole social distancing thing going around.
Oh yeah, Connor's PC got fucked up, but now it's...
Oh yeah, that was gone for about a week
or
two, so... no, it's gone for just a week. It's been,
in editing, provide a graphic description... meaning provide a graphic of your PC exploding.
I will get a toaster and explode it.
Listen, you touch Igus like that and I will make you suffer.
I wasn't gonna make it Igus, but now you've given me the idea.
No, don't do that to my baby. Anyway, basically,
I just realized, you know what I have right here?
What? What is that? Oh god, that sounds great. That sounds fantastic. That's the exact kind of thing. That's
some nice ASMR for you guys while we talk about, wait, what's our topic?
The topic I came up with is, the topic of do not eat on our podcast. Point number 1, eat bad. Let me prepare the accurate... There we go. Let me just spam that real quick.
Oh yeah, hold on, I can... Yeah, I don't have that aggravation.
Yeah, this is an emotion only I can...
Well, yeah, there you go. There we go.
Don't make me say it again.
Do it.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about the topic of remakes today.
Okay, alright. Nurse, wait, what was it? Iris, Venus, what was it again?
Shit, I did say Iris, didn't I? Okay,
what's the name you gave for it again? I know you've changed the name a lot of times.
No, I've only changed it once, and it's Nurse Venus, but yeah. So, I guess a little bit of trivia time. The work in progress... We came up with
these two characters.
Well, no, there was one character that had two different names, because one was work in progress. The first name was Nurse Iris. I don't remember whatever became of that name. And then I went with Nurse Venus because I ended up liking that better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a little bit of history for this character that I'm sure all of you care about 100%. But
yeah. And then my character's name is Dr. Cap. I don't remember why I named it Dr. Cap. I just remember calling it Dr. Cap.
Well, originally I actually remember this.
Oh, do you?
I guess we're actually starting off with a bit of history today too.
Well, I guess this is our first time officially using these characters, so...
Well, I mean, but originally,
in a sense,
we were looking for Connor. We used to be kind of like big into just practicing for Smash stuff.
Oh, was this
Yeah. So.
Oh, was this our trip with our buddies?
Well, no. This came like a couple of years after when we were still kind of looking into it. Stop crying already! Jesus Christ!
No.
I don't think you want to.
I am displaying my emotion on why a toilet is in the scene.
Listen, we weren't going to talk about the toilet. Now we're still not talking about it. You can shut up. But, yeah, thank you, crybaby. No, wake up.
God damn it, we're going to have way too much fun doing it.
Like, anyways, go on. Go on with the story.
So, So, Dr. Cap came about because, so Connor got, like, 3 kills combined with back in high school. Yes, goes far back as high school. I think it was like 2014.
2015?
2015, somewhere around that.
It had to have been 2015.
Connor got like 3 nice kills that involved some taunts on a couple of people that probably didn't know how to play that well. And Connor was like, I'm the disrespect master. I'm going to make my tag Dr. Disrespect. Couple years later.
Oh, yeah, and...
Couple years later, Connor disappointedly tells me there's a streamer called Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know who that guy is.
Yeah, so... we went on the quest for some names, and, I don't know, we're not that creative, personally, when it comes to, like, naming stuff. And, you know, Smash tags sound a little better when they're, like, shorter. So we came up with Dr. Cap because at the time, during Smash 4 heyday, he was a Dr. Mario player. So we were like, oh, Capsule, there you go, Dr. Cap. And it just kind of stuck.
Okay, I remember that now.
Yeah, it just kind of stuck. And
what's interesting is that Cap is really close to my official like full name, like initials.
Oh yeah, you should make your middle name Anus.
I don't know if I'll change it to Anus, but
I
don't know. I kind of like my middle name, but
what? Oh, that leads into another funny story about your middle name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. We're not gonna get into that topic.
Oh come on, it's funny.
No, we're not gonna get into that topic
because it's already distracting enough.
No, I like this one. We're gonna remake your middle name.
Please, let's not talk about it.
Do you really not want to talk about it?
No, I think it's a bit off topic on what our original topic is supposed to be.
All right, Walker. Just what you always do when you're put in a corner. You just fall asleep.
Of course. If I don't see, I don't hear.
Sucks. We don't have the laughter. Neither of us have laughter. So
Are you kidding?
Instead of laughing, I don't have laughter. This is my laughter.
I have
now.
laughter.
This is me laughing now for the time being until somebody wants to teach me how to laugh.
You've got a lot of the good ones though, like the question mark and then the thought bubble.
I have suffering.
What do I got?
Laughter.
All I've got is fucking sneeze and apologetic, which is new, I believe.
Is that a new one?
That has to be. I'm pretty sure that's a new one because I've never seen this one in Animal Crossing. I know dozing. Dozing is definitely a new one as well.
You mean instant sleep?
Yeah, instant sleep.
But
I know that's new.
Okay, on the actual topic of remakes. So recently, I've been playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. We only have one PS4, so Car's gonna play it after me.
Don't you dare spoil anything.
No,
I will personally give you hell.
Yeah, the topic of today isn't necessarily about the Final Fantasy VII remake, obviously. It's
about remakes in general.
Remakes, remasters, all of that, and I kind of had a
Which
bit of
is
a
funny
realization.
because we've been kind of in an age of remakes, you know.
Yeah, like a golden age of remakes. It's kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
We've got so many. And more coming along the way, you know, remasters, remakes. You know, we've got so many of them.
Yeah, the more that's been coming out about the Xenoblade re-release, whatever you want to call that, it's looking more so like a remaster now that I'm really looking at it.
Which is fine by me because I mean that game was already fantastic enough, and if they add any more like quality of life features to the game, I would definitely appreciate that.
I've kind of come to really appreciate remasters specifically.
Remasters are great because you take the original game, which was already fantastic, and you remaster it, you make things better,
Because what I think is smart that 7 is doing, though, is that it took the remake angle and it went like full on with it. Because I was thinking about this today at work. You can't really remake a game that's already seen as good by the public and really capture what was great about it, because a lot of what has been lasting about it has to do with how it impacts the people that are playing it, if you know what I mean.
Okay, what do you mean?
So, like, what's a game that you hold very dear to you from, like, your childhood?
A game that I hold from my childhood? Let's see. Game that I hold very dear to me. Let's say Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I hold that very dear to me.
For some reason, I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why.
It's either that or anything on the GameCube. Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is probably the one that I most closely always had like a lot of fun times with, because there was no time limit. There was no days limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had a file that went all the way to like day 264.
I think you told me about that. So basically, that's a game that you would say it's just like you have a lot of memories with, and it's just very dear to you.
Yeah.
So, would you feel like if they like remade it and changed pretty much everything about it, save for its just like idea and like the driving force behind it? Maybe Pikmin wasn't exactly the best example because it's got like one gameplay style that keeps evolving, you know?
Okay, so maybe something like Zelda?
Zelda, maybe? Well, if we want to go for something for my example...
Okay, well, let's go from your example, then.
My example would probably be Ocarina of Time. If they fully... Actually, no, this could go for Pikmin as well. Because the idea is that even if they changed something small about it, like, if they updated the graphics... And they, like, updated, like...
I mean, technically the Wii version had... I mean, a lot of people can... Whether people really like the Wii controls or not, I kind of still saw it as an upgrade in a sense, because with the Wii remote controls, they added stuff that made the game better. You know, there was definitely some new mechanics that... were added to the game.
But that's more of like an enhanced port than it is a remaster or a remake.
True. I'm just saying, though,
I get what you're saying. It's another version of the game, technically. But what I'm saying is, like, if they took it and they fully remade it, even if the gameplay is still, by and large, similar, I feel like something would end up getting lost in translation. Whether it be, like, the sound effects, or if the menu is changed... Or if maybe there's, like, different segments that are just, like, completely different from the original. I feel like you would still find some comfort in going back to the original.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I just feel like...
It's kind of difficult. I mean, okay, for Final Fantasy VII's case, I haven't played the game, but all I know is that section of the game takes 40 hours, and as far as I've been told, it's definitely not the entire game. Not the entire Final Fantasy VII story.
Well, yeah.
So
obviously,
if it's 40 hours, the original Final Fantasy VII is around 40 hours of gameplay, 40 plus.
In of itself,
hours,
they basically just took Midgar and made that the entire game, and made it about the same size as the original Final Fantasy VII.
Exactly, and if you think about it, if that's one section, let's assume there's 2 more parts, because there was 3 discs, in the original, and they all had different parts and whatnot. So let's assume that disc 2 or part 2, it's going to be 3 parts. I don't know. I just always think it's going to be 3 parts just because of that. So let's say part 2 is going to be another 40 hours, maybe even more. That's already 80 hours of Final Fantasy VII content. That's double than what the original
Part 2, I'm thinking will probably end around when the weapons show up. Like right before the weapons show up. That's a good
idea. And then part 3 is about taking down the weapons in Sephiroth, so...
Yeah, it'll just probably...
spoilers for Final Fantasy VII if nobody's ever played the game.
Yeah, just put mild spoilers at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, I will put mild spoilers for Final Fantasy VII.
But, yeah, so. It just... I feel like that's why they did it in this way, though, because, like, you go up to anybody and you give them the task of remaking Final Fantasy VII, one of the most prolific video games of all time. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you can't. It's just not something you really can do without some sort of, like, something getting lost in translation. It's something that's dear to people's hearts. I mean, even Cloud's characterization has just changed so much over the years,
Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
Cloud has changed as a character. Midgar hasn't really changed all too much, I guess, but it's just they didn't really try to completely redo Final Fantasy VII. They more so tried to reimagine it. So it was like they didn't try to go out and make something that would be able to replace the original, because nothing would be able to replace the original. So they just decided to do something.
I think a lot of games like that, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake is probably just going to be something totally different, This is something that I've never seen done before, I mean, we have Link's Awakening, but that was pretty much just copied, block by block.
It's essentially a super remaster in a way that it's like, in the way that it's. That's why I consider it to be like riding the line between remake and remaster, just because the game's been remade from the ground up, but it's still very much the original on the Game Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I find sort of strange. Oopsie.
You got up from your seat.
I have ruined everything, but it's still very much the original Link's Awakening, just on the Switch. And yes, that. No.
Yes.
But Ocarina of Time specifically, I feel like if they were to make a new game, say in the style of like Breath of the Wild or something, which I don't even know how they would do that. But like, let's say for example they just
maybe I guess like Breath of the Wild engine.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same to me. It wouldn't capture that same essence, because a lot of what I appreciate in hindsight about Ocarina of Time is just everything about the game, flaws and all. Like, I love the 3DS version, but I can still go back and feel something that I can only feel on the N64. Even if it's Link's old archaic model, whether it's the sound effects that the game makes, even the frame rate itself is kind of nostalgic. It's just everything.
I guess I can kind of see what you mean.
Everything that makes Ocarina of Time on the N64, it's just not something. It's kind of something that you can't really. It's nostalgia in a sense. It really is nostalgia.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what this is.
Yeah, and I feel like nostalgia kind of gets a bad rap sometimes. It's yes, it shouldn't get in the way of objectivity. It never should get in the way of objectivity. I'm not trying to say that,
yes,
but I'm just saying that
look at Link to the Past for that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is just that nostalgia does have a place in people's mindset, and I feel like it has a well-earned space, because I feel like nostalgia itself has a bad rap, but its other definition to me is kind of just passion. Because if you have nostalgia for a game, that means you probably do have passion for that game.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
of
a
course.
part. I think something about that is pretty beautiful, and it's something that can't be captured by a remake, so I feel like more developers shouldn't really try to kind of capture it when they're remaking a game. Maybe I didn't think this out fully, but it is something I wanted to talk about.
I'm a little confused. What do you mean by they shouldn't capture it?
So, what I'm saying is that, so for 7 Remake, let's look at 7 Remake. I feel like they did the right thing by changing the format, by changing up the story, by adding stuff, and by just making it its own thing. Like, it's not Final Fantasy VII. Like, it's not just a remaster of the original, or, you know, even just like a remake in the sense that the story's a bit different, but the gameplay is pretty much note for note. It's very much trying to be just Final Fantasy VII, but with modern graphics, sound, story, everything else, where it feels like they're trying to replace the original. But no, they tried to take their own angle to it. They just made it something wholly unique, as if it's a new game. And that in and of itself has merits, but it also makes it so that even the original in this stand on their own even more. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, alright. I think I can kind of understand. So, basically, because Final Fantasy VII Remake is becoming so ambitious, you know, it's basically becoming its own identity, in a sense.
Yeah, it's its own thing, because I feel like maybe the developers were just like, we can't replace the original by making a remake, so don't even try to do that. Let's just make something completely new and have it stand on its own alongside the game, instead of trying to be a better version of that game.
I mean, you know, I feel like this is with any old iconic game. Like, can you imagine if they... Okay, technically they kind of did, but, like, the original Super Mario Brothers. Let's say in this day and age, they actually remade it. And, like, not necessarily the new Super Mario Bros. Engine, but, like, something new, you know?
I was
something
thinking about
newer
that
than
today.
new.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that today, and God, that game is just so old that if you were to remake it nowadays with like newer gameplay ideas and stuff, everything that they've learned over the years, it's just not going to be even the game at all.
Yeah.
Like, you add slopes or anything like that, it's like, this isn't even Super Mario Brothers. The immersion is broken.
Yeah. And then you've got like I'm pretty sure the level design would be the same, but then you've got like...
But then it would be boring.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's a case where it's like, it's so basic that if you didn't make it note for note just Super Mario Brothers, it would kind of just like, this isn't even the same game anymore.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm trying to say, you know, that would be on the same... That would be something on the same level, though.
Yeah, in a sense. But...
There we go.
You know what? I think I know what you're saying. Because, like, let's say, for example, that New Super Mario Bros. Was touted as like a remake of the original game, where the only idea is just that it tells the same story. Which, I know it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. But let's say that's how they tout it.
Let's say hypothetically that's what it is.
Yeah. That's where I think we're kind of at. That would be like a Final Fantasy VII tier thing, where it's like the basic premise is the same, but the gameplay is just wholly different. It's just, this is just the origin story of Mario Broth.
Mario Broth?
Yeah. Or, you know, if they just made like a Sonic game, and it's just like, oh, it's Sonic versus Eggman, and here are the stages, but it's boost formula.
Or they remake Green Hill for the 50th time.
Never mind, this was a bad example. This was a terrible example. Oh, here's a good one. Mega Man Powered Up.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, honestly, even though they have the classic version of the game, it's still not the same, you know?
There's still, like, if you're a fan of the first Mega Man, that doesn't even replace it.
Yeah, you know, for like the two people that are the fans of the first game.
I have a bit of fondness for the first game because that was my first Mega Man game.
It's all right, you know. I mean, okay, technically, if you can have fondness for that, I can have fondness for Dr. Wily's Revenge. Then,
yeah. I mean, just saying. But
technically, because that was my first Mega Man game.
That was your first one?
Yeah, that was my first one.
Huh.
I bought it on the eShop on the 3DS because I was like, I gotta play Mega Man, and they didn't have the original games, so they had that though.
Yeah, funny thing, you can actually have Mega Man's 1 through 5 twice on your 3DS because they had them available separately on the NES
and the Legacy
console.
Collection.
And the Legacy Collection, yeah, because Capcom just couldn't get enough Mega Man money.
No, of course not. All they have to do is just put Mega Man Collection and then boom.
I mean, we have all of them. We have every single one.
Yeah. I much prefer to play Mega Man on PC nowadays, so.
Yeah. But
though I like Mega Man 11 on the Switch.
Yeah. Switch.
But yeah, back to Powered Up though, you know, even though they have like the classic version of the game, which I don't think a lot of people really play, it's still not the same, even though the level design is technically the same.
I mean,
there's still a lot that's different.
If you're gonna play Mega Man 1,
I know that for a fact as well because the bosses act different as well.
Oh yeah, they don't even have the same like routines that they go through.
Yeah,
it's very much a modernized Mega Man 1, which I can appreciate. The only thing I can't appreciate is the zoomed in camera. And
yeah, just because it's on the PSP, so.
I mean, even then they have the camera right on the Mega Man Classic version.
Oh really? I didn't know. Weird.
Yeah, Mega Man is smaller on the screen. They even have it in 4:3.
That's strange. I didn't know that.
Yeah, everything just complete. And for some reason, it's got the modern graphics, but the old sound effects and music. So they kind of like half-assed it a little bit.
Huh.
I mean, at that point, why not just like put NES emulator and just put the original game? Because they even emulate like the sloppiness of your walking, like the momentum and stuff.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, like, you know how Mega Man nowadays, he just stops on a dime, right?
Yeah.
In Mega Man 1 and a little bit in 2, just a little bit, but they kind of quirkened it a bit. But in Mega Man 1 NES, you kind of have a bit of momentum.
He was slipping and sliding a bit. I remember that.
Yeah, they put that in the classic mode in Mega Man Powered Up. So they just actively made it shitty.
You know what this makes me feel like?
What? I swear to God if you sneeze. Okay. I sleep.
It makes me feel like sleeping on Mega Man Powered Up Classic, so.
Well, yeah. But, Mega Man Powered Up was a really ambitious remake of the first game. I don't think it nailed everything, like, specifically in the art direction. I feel like it was a bit wonky.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of people's major complaint about it. A lot of people really like the dialogue for the game and the character personalities.
I find myself...
Some of them were okay.
I'm more fond of the comic, in terms of, like, the characterizations.
Yeah, the comics were amazing. The Archie comics were the best, I have to admit, and I still miss that.
Yeah.
I still miss that so dearly.
But that's sort of what I'm talking about when it didn't feel like they were trying to really replace the first game. It just tried to be its own thing. And I have some respect for that game because of it. I had, to take it... I can't speak. But, in contrary to that, Maverick Hunter X is something that I have a little less respect for in that, because it's very much, except for a couple of things, a kind of note-for-note remaster of the original X, and it doesn't really do it that well.
What was Boomer Quanger called in there?
Boomerang Quanger.
Boomerang Quanger, right.
I can't make stupid boomer jokes with that.
Why not?
Because it's Boomerang. It's not Boomer Quanger anymore. But that the only thing that was really like super changed about Maverick Hunter X is that they changed around some of the power-up locations.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. The power-up locations were changed.
They put the dash in Flame Mammoth stage, and I'm never going to get used to that.
Why? Why didn't they just give you the dash in the beginning?
Yeah, they should have just had it be a part of your normal arsenal, since I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, don't make us fucking stupid, you know? Just give it to us in the beginning so that we can go to any stage in the beginning.
The biggest addition that Maverick Hunter X had is that if you beat the game, you get to play as...
Vile.
Oh, wow, you actually knew.
Yeah, I believe I knew that before.
Huh. I thought you were going to say Zero, and that was going to surprise you. Damn.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Vile.
No, it is Vile. You're right. But,
yeah, and, he doesn't have the mech armor, though, right? No, it's just,
No, from what I know, he kind of sucks.
No, well.
He doesn't have a dash.
That's Vile for you. He's Vile. Nobody really cares about him.
Yeah, he's gonna drink some bourbon.
He shows up in one game. Wait, did he show up in X2? I can't remember.
He was in Megaman X1, he was in Megaman X3, and then he showed up later in Megaman X8.
Wow.
So good at mech riding that he does it while standing and crossing his arms in that game. What a badass.
Wow.
But,
Vile, man.
Speaking of Vile,
technically,
did you know
Base doesn't really show up that often either.
Did you know in the manga for Mega Man X, Vile drinks bourbon?
Wait, what? He drinks bourbon?
Well, he comments on bourbon, and there's like this scene where he's in a saloon, and X just walks in, and Vile goes on some rant about how Reploids can they can eat and drink, but they can't process taste. Something like that. And so that scene became very iconic in Japan, so if you ever encounter a figure of Vile, they're typically... figures of Vile over in Japan are typically packaged with a special hand and a glass of bourbon.
Huh.
So that's like the one thing from the manga that has made it into like official Capcom merch of the character.
Wait, so Vile can taste bourbon?
No, the thing is that Reploids can eat and drink, but they can't process taste.
Okay, so why is he associated with bourbon though?
Because he was holding a glass of bourbon while he was talking about that.
Okay.
So it just became an iconic scene in Japan, I guess because of how ridiculous it is.
Okay, well, whatever. I guess. All right. I'll take it.
What do you mean you'll take it?
It just seems so random.
It is kind of random, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I just imagine him being a heavy drinker.
Ah!
What are you doing?
The screen darkened because I was sleeping for so long. There you go.
You squeamish loser.
Shut up. I'm happy now.
But
you can't talk to me while I'm happy.
Oh shit. But
I said you can't talk to me while I'm happy.
Well, I guess the show's over then.
All right, see you next time, folks.
Anyway, Maverick Hunter X is just an example of kind of like trying to have your cake and eat it too, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They added dialogue for the enemies, though, right?
Yeah, they
like
did.
The Mavericks.
They did.
So at least there's something to look forward to if you ever play the game.
I guess so, but I feel like another thing is that X doesn't ever really need a remake per se, because I feel like I've said this before to you specifically, that I think that Mega Man X, the first game, is kind of like not a perfect game, because that would mean that everybody loves it regardless of personal taste, but I feel like the only thing that can really bring it down is personal taste. I feel like in all senses it is kind of a flawless game in the way that it does everything right that it's set out to do.
Yeah, you've said it before.
Yeah, I've never said it on the record though.
Yeah, you have. I'm pretty sure you have.
In recordings?
Probably. I don't know.
Well,
We talk so much. You don't. You probably have said it before.
I'm saying it again. I think that Megaman X is a flawless game. Not a perfect one, but a flawless one.
I just don't like that they don't have the dash in the beginning.
I feel like that's
But then again, you always go after Chill Penguin anyways, so it's not like. You know.
Unless you're playing Maverick Hunter X.
Oh yeah, where you have to start with Flame Mammoth and stuff.
Okay, fine. I'll give it one flaw to where, since Chill Penguin is the first one you always go after because of the dash, there's hardly anybody who ever plays the fire variant of Flame Mammoth stage.
Yeah, which it really sucks if you think about it.
I guess that is a flaw then. That's like the only like kind of major thing I will give it though.
Though honestly, I'm pretty sure if you really want to play like with the dash, just get the dash and then just kill yourself. Or, you know, there's probably a code or something.
That's how I play in real life. I get the dash, I die. Try again.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, if anybody's really looking forward to that, there's probably a code that just unlocks the dash.
But Mega Man X is just another one of those things where I feel like if they ever tried to do a full remake of the game, it just wouldn't capture it. It wouldn't be able to, I don't think.
I don't know. I think a lot of... You know, honestly, I've said it before. I'm not sure if I've said it on camera or not, or on recording or not, but I feel a lot of games on the N64 deserve a remake or remaster of some kind. You
know what? I think you have said that on the record, because I think you said that during Banjo-Kazooie.
Maybe.
I think you specifically said that during TikTok Clock too, so perfect time to say it.
Yeah, but I just think that's the case because, well, first off, the N64 hardware is, I mean, you know it's how shitty it is. It's pretty shitty.
I hate the N64.
It's the worst thing in the world.
I love its games, but God, the N64 is a piece of shit.
And that's what I'm trying to say. The N64 is such a shitty console that I just feel that a lot of those games that are so great, since it has such a good library of games, it needs to be moved over, you know, just to something like the Switch, you know?
It's a small library of quality games, but the ones that are good on it really shine.
I don't know. I mean, okay, granted, there are quite a few bad ones, but it's a pretty big library.
Well, not really, dude. Compared to like other consoles, the N64 is tiny. It's only got about 400 games on it.
Okay, I guess you make
that. That is it. Everybody was developing for the PlayStation at the time.
Okay, I'm just looking at like my N64 cases, and then I'm looking at the Wii U cases, and I'm just like, huh.
Yeah.
Because like the Wii U is just garbage.
Well, I mean, the Wii U has games ported, so.
True, but I think I'm just more talking about like the good quality games. But regardless, I think there's just a lot of those games that just need to be moved over.
Hey, at least Banjo has good HD versions on modern consoles. The only problem is that console is the Xbox. Poor guy. Oh.
Yeah. The Xbox version's not bad, honestly. It's really good.
No, it's just the problem is that he's stuck on a platform that's main audience isn't really that interested in Banjo. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. If Banjo was still owned by Nintendo, he would be having so many games because that's the games that Nintendo fans are interested in.
I still don't understand what happened. Why did they get bought out by Microsoft?
I used to know a couple of months ago when I was doing research into it, but I've honestly forgotten like all the details.
It wasn't that Nintendo owned Rare though, right?
Yeah, Nintendo owned Rare. At the time, they
owned Rare, okay.
They were the Monolith Soft of their time.
Let's look it up. Let's look up why he got bought out.
I can't hear you.
Oh god, I can't type properly. Buddy. Did Rare get bought out? Why did Nintendo sell Rare to Microsoft? Okay, it's not like their games. $375 million was worth it more than now than it is. Was worth more than it is now. Okay. So I guess they bought it for $375 million.
I guess it was just a good deal for Nintendo or something.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I mean,
So-
if that's the case...
So it's Nintendo's fault then.
I mean, I guess, technically, but... Oh, boy, just thinking about it, though. I mean, that's a lot of money for a company to just shell out for... It's just... It's so interesting to think about, you know?
Yeah.
Who
You know-
killed Rare?
Okay, so off topic.
What were you
kind
gonna
of
say?
Off topic for N64 games.
What about?
So, I guess this doesn't work because you kind of don't really have a history with Mario 64. But Mario 64...
Yeah, I do.
No, like 64 specifically. Like,
Yeah.
not DS.
Yes.
Wait, you have a long history with that?
Well, not beating the entire game, but I do. It's the first game I ever played.
So would you say that when you're playing Mario 64 DS, does it like super feel like the original in terms of like how it feels like the how about
I
the
feel
at-
like
the
it's
atmosphere?
kind of difficult to say just because the controls are different. You're playing on a DS.
Yeah, that's
It's a
the
bit
biggest
difficult.
thing. That is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because I love Mario 64. I love the original Mario 64, but I just can't get behind the controls of DS. And it sucks too, because I really want to play 64 DS, but I just can't get behind the controls.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that might be one of the only examples of kind of what I'm talking about, and where it actually succeeds in kind of like capturing the essence of the original, because it kind of has N64-esque graphics. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But back to the Rare thing, I looked it up. Apparently, Rare was the one that was looking for a potential buyer.
So Rare did it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Microsoft had a strategic reason to buy. Two reasons, really. Firstly, so Nintendo would not have Rare's games, and secondly, so that Microsoft would. I mean, all they did was just... Oh, God! What happened? Oh, God, the screen just glitched up really badly.
Oh, boy.
Hold on, I'm going to stop the recording.
And then start it again. Good lord, what is happening in there?
Alright. We're back. We fixed it. That was my
Alright.
fault. Next time,
We
I
fudged.
should just use my phone.
And
At
screen
least
cap on...
I got to see Game Capture fuck up on its own, though. So...
Oh, yeah. A rare sighting.
Yeah, because I mean, but then again, you know what's funny though? The screen looked like it did it with our Ocarina of Time. Because you remember when you played Ocarina of Time and then the entire fire dungeon, or not fire dungeon, the Dodongo's cavern.
Yeah.
That entire thing was just like.
Oh,
fucked up.
right! We didn't put any Dodongo's Cavern in there. That's right. I completely
remember?
forgot.
So it looked like it was that. I don't know what happened that day, but it might have been something to do with the GPU.
All right. We forgot to mention our co-host here, the soul of Vincent Vinesauce in the background.
We don't need to mention him. He's already sad.
Everybody, welcome the dying soul of Vincent Sauce.
And also the Discord that looks like a cat.
Hey, shit. That's a secret. That's a secret. But, yep.
Anyways,
that's,
back to our topic of Rare. Yeah, so I guess it was Rare that did it to themselves. Still, you would think that Microsoft, of all people, would have, really ramped up their games. I don't think it was a matter of, I really don't think it was a matter of, their games not being liked by their audience. Because, I mean, they had Killer Instinct,
I think they just, saw some sort of potential in Microsoft that just didn't end up panning out.
Yeah.
They had the creative freedom, but not the technology with Nintendo. They would have had the technology with Microsoft, but not the creative freedom.
Yeah.
And it didn't end up working out for them.
Yeah. It really sucks, too. Because, like, you see nowadays, all of Rare's IPs are just, like, fucking... All of Rare's IPs are like this right now.
Yeah. I mean...
Actually, no. All of Rare's IPs are pretty much just this.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, they're just dead.
Poor guys. I mean, here's the thing.
Banjo, we haven't seen Banjo in... Okay, besides Smash, but I mean, like, Banjo-Kazooie specifically has just been... just gone, you know? They haven't done anything with him since Super Smash Brothers, and that's it. All they do is re-release the first 2 games. That's it.
It really does suck, too, because, like, Banjo would have, like, found a really nice niche to fill in, like, all of Rare's IPs actually would have had niche to fill on Nintendo's platforms if they were allowed to make them. Like, even through the tougher times, those would have been the better selling games. Like,
yeah, I agree.
mean, fuck. Nintendo could have used some in-rated games in the Wii era, and a pointer control perfect Dark game probably could have done that for him.
Yeah, and, you know, you've got... You know, they were, like, really good at the Donkey Kong games, you know? And
yeah,
while I like
the Donkey Kong stuff.
Wait, what was the company? Retro, right?
Retro, yeah.
Yeah, and while I do like Retro and, you know, the Donkey Kong Country Returns series, you know, those games, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze are fantastic games. I've never beaten Tropical Freeze, but Country Returns is awesome.
You know, I always forget it's made by Rare.
What?
Starfox Adventures.
I forget that too.
Like, it doesn't feel like a Rare game.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wasn't it supposed to be something else though? Developed by
it was
Rare?
supposed to be It was supposed to be Dinosaur Planet on the N64. But you know what's ironic?
What?
I always forget Starfox Adventures is a Rare game. But then I always forget that the Starfox original games aren't. I don't know why.
So you always thought Star Fox was made by Rare?
I, for some reason, just thought Star Fox 64, at the very least specifically, was a Rareware game for some reason.
Huh.
I don't get it either. It's just something that I always thought.
That's strange.
And then I was like, what? Maybe it's because the first Star Fox game I played was Adventure, so I just subconsciously was like, oh yeah, that's just Star Fox, the Rareware, totally. I don't know. Something stupid, I guess.
Yeah. It really does suck because I'm pretty sure nowadays Nintendo would definitely love to see Rareware come back, you know? But I don't know what's up with Microsoft. Either Microsoft has got to do... And, okay, don't get me wrong, Rareware... It's not like Rareware doesn't do anything with... you know, because, like, they have Sea of Thieves they work on... But they just don't make stuff with their IPs anymore. You know?
Yeah.
It really sucks.
That's the problem, though. They really don't have a home on Xbox because they just don't have the audience for it on Xbox.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It really does.
I mean,
you know, Banjo-Kazooie... I mean, honestly, when they made Banjo Nuts and Bolts, you know, I think that really killed it because it was like...
Which is kind of a shame, because
you know, it's funny because it's like, sorry, go ahead.
It's a good game. It's just not a good Banjo game, from what I've heard.
No, it's fine. It's I've never played it, but
like Jonathan Tron said, it should have been Tip Top Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah, but what I find most interesting about that game specifically is I felt like Rare was at one point going to bring back Banjo-Kazooie, and they made this game to kind of help boost people's like interest in it. But the game itself was... They were trying to find
another niche to fill.
No, I don't think it was really that, because like at the end of the game, they made it seem like, you know, Banjo and Kazooie were going to be back, and there was going to be a Banjo 3, you know?
See, I'm not sure if it would have followed that thing, because the entire plot of Nuts and Bolts revolves around the fact that nobody wants to play 3D platforms or 3D
No, that was only
anymore.
one person saying that, though. Banjo and Kazooie specifically really wanted to go back to the old platformers, and by the end of the game, Kazooie got her moves back. And
Oh,
then,
really?
so it was like Banjo-Kazooie were like, oh shit, dude, look what's gonna happen. You know, at the end of the game.
Refresh my memory, but don't they let you fuck around with the moves being back at the end of the game or something?
No, they
Or
let you fuck around on Spiral Mountain, though. That's about it, though.
Did you beat that game? Or have you just seen reviews of it?
I've only seen reviews. I only really saw, obviously, Jonathan Tronathan's review, and
the
Ant
completionist. The completionist had a really good review of that, too.
Dude. Ant Dude, I believe, is the one I saw the review of.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one, too.
Yeah. But that's about it. And actually, I've seen a full video on people just messing around on Spiral Mountain.
Oh, you know what? And we can bring this, like, right back around, too, because there's also been people that have been, like, begging for a Banjo remake, but I don't know,
That's
man.
what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and a Banjo remake would be fantastic, you know?
It would, but
Looking
I
at
don't
the Smash Spiral Mountain, just boom, you know? Just make it happen.
maybe even if we can't get all of Rare's games on Nintendo consoles, even if we can't get Rare back on Nintendo, sorry, but Banjo's home is just always going to be Nintendo.
I think if they make it on Microsoft consoles, I think they would at least have a really good IP to have, you know, and I think it would be a really good incentive.
See,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that would really, like, work, because I just don't think it has the audience for it. Just because even Super Lucky's Tale didn't perform that well on Xbox platformers. Xbox platform.
Sad. Well, it did come to Switch, though.
It got marginally better on the Switch. I'm not sure if it did, like, gangbusters or anything, but I'm pretty sure it sold quite...
So.
I mean, it looked like a run-of-the-mill platformer to me.
Yeah. It still looked good. But, and then don't even get me started on Conker. Remember what the last thing it did with Conker?
Yeah, something they bailed out of immediately because of the negative response.
Oh, God.
Now, that's something I could see having a presence on Xbox. A tongue-in-cheek, dirty as fuck, just squirrel. I don't know. Like a parody of platformers and other genres, a bunch of tongue-in-cheek references.
Yeah, exactly.
On, man.
I don't know why they haven't done anything like that with them.
I mean, they already had, like, a script for Conker's Other Bad Day. Why not just fucking do it, man?
Yeah, I know. Just do it. Quit fucking...
Do it!
The instant you did that, the screen darkened. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you... Alright, do it. There we go.
Do it.
You see, look at that. I remade the screen.
Oh, God.
I remade the screen and it didn't capture the magic. What?
You know what I just fucking realized?
What?
Your character looks like that one girl from Neon Neko Sugar.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my God.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you don't know what that is?
What is it? What is it called?
Oh no, I'm not showing you it right now. I'm definitely going to show it to you off screen.
No, what is it? I'll show
Oh my God. Well, you can look it up. Oh no. I'll only look up pictures. I'm going to show you, or we're going to watch it together.
What is this? I need to see this.
I don't want you.
Oh, no, never mind. I know what this is.
Wait, shit. No, I can't be on Google, right?
Buddy.
Fuck. Hello?
No, I know what this is. I've seen this before.
Oh, okay.
I know exactly what this is. I just blurted out of my memory, I guess. Oh, look at that. Somebody drew Kamina in the shitty style of this.
One of your favorite anime characters drawn like that. How does that make you feel?
No. It makes me more mad that they got rid of the triangle shades in this game. They got rid of the triangle shades in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
No, they're still there. The triangle shades are still there. Yeah.
They are not the same. They're old lady glasses now.
They're old lady glasses.
They look like something that one bunny boss in Mario Odyssey would wear.
Oh God.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Don't be serious about it because you know I'm right.
But
What time are we at?
1:34.
we're at an hour. I think we should probably wrap it up now.
Yeah, we should wrap it up. But thank you
like
for
you-
coming
like
to my
you-
TED Talk.
But yeah, this
This was
it's
just something we wanted to discuss about.
Yeah,
remakes.
we're gonna try to do this once every couple of weeks, maybe every week if we can manage it.
I'm actually
if we can
gonna.
manage it.
Oh, I've got a couple video ideas I want to make as well. Obviously, I want to make like a video exploring my town. You know, just like an update video on that, like a 1 month, which technically speaking would be tomorrow. Not tomorrow morning, okay. It's April 19th right now at 1:35 a.m. I mean April 20th because that would be 1 month since the release of the game. You get what I mean? Don't sit on the toilet. Quit it. You're giving me a boner now.
Anyway, this guy, that's Dr. Cap. I'm Nurse Sits on the Toilet. We're gonna see you next time for whatever we have in store. We don't know exactly yet. It's
Social
still gonna be
distancing,
kind of slow.
folks.
Yeah,
Keep
it's making
doing
it hard
it.
for us to It's making us hard for us to collaborate on stuff.
Especially when both of us are still considered essential workers.
Yep.
So,
Wait, you're
fun.
You're essential too?
I mean, technically, I'm essential to the essential. Oh yeah, dude, give me a sweet BJ. All right, we'll see you guys in whatever video we have next.
Yeah, see ya.